If you guys need Ultimate Team coins, then go and check out mmopo.com. Their link will be down in the description. Use code CAPGUN to get yourself a discount. You're right, guys, it's Capgun Tom here, and welcome to episode number 3 of our Draft to Glory. We'll be picking up where we left off in the last episode. If you missed the first 2 episodes, I highly recommend that you go back and watch them. It will show you how we got to the point that we're at right now. We've managed to go 8-0, which is fantastic. I wasn't expecting anything like this when we started this series, so very, very happy. We've had a couple of alright pulls and some pretty dreadful pulls from our 2 wins. But what I've managed to do since the last episode is I've managed to sell pretty much everything that is in our trade pile for however much it was going. And as you can see, after playing 2 drafts, we have now got entries for another 3. So as long as we keep up the good form that we're on, we should be okay, and we should just literally be able to continue making coins. And that's the whole point of this series, is to try and make as many coins just by playing draft as possible. Now, first things first, I want to address a few things that came up in the last couple of videos. So, I openly admit that I draft in a very, very backwards way. Like, it makes sense in my head, it may not make sense in your head. I'm going to be continuing the way that I draft because it's the way I draft, and also because we've got a little UCL card in one of our objective packs. I'm going to continue drafting the way I draft purely because I feel like, why would I draft the way that everyone else drafts? I can show you an alternate solution, an alternate way of actually drafting yourself to getting a decent team. So I will continue drafting the way I draft. I will apologise in the last episode where I didn't manage to recognise that if I just switched my goalkeepers, I would have got an extra like 3 chem or 4 chem on the goalkeeper. That was a very, very poor bit of an observation from me, so I do apologise for that. But just generally across the board, I think we've shown with the fact that we're currently 8-0 that we're not too bad at drafting. Maybe I haven't actually, to be fair, the first 2 drafts have been dreadful for me. Like, honestly, I've come away thinking, damn, how are we ever going to win this? But we've managed to win them nonetheless. Now, we're going to start off by getting into another draft here, and as you can see, we've managed to pull a whole load of formations that I don't particularly like. Now, I really don't like going narrow. I don't like going narrow, but equally I don't really like going flat 4-4-2 either, and I'm not going 3 back, and I don't like the 4-3-3s. I just hate everything except the 4-4-1-1. We're going to go for 4-4-2 and see where we can get to with this. Realistically, I think I'll start off by taking Socrates. The reason for that, obviously, is that he's strong links to a lot of players. Like, for example, we could get a strong link to Neymar or something along those lines, or maybe a Fabinho or any Brazilian. Also, you can't really get him because he is a cam, and those are CM slots. That's what he'll take up. I wouldn't say he's my most ideal player, but I will take him nonetheless. Now, I'll quickly explain why I draft the way that I draft. Effectively, what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to get the best attack I possibly can, and then somehow link it to the best backline. I don't really care that much about my midfield. My midfield is probably the least important part of my entire thing. So I want to try and make sure that I can link it all together. I want to link the front line and the back line together. So by taking the front line, working out all the players I'm going to be working around, and then getting the back line sorted, then I can just try and piece together what I need for the midfield. And that's kind of how I do it. So what we do is I usually take both strikers. As you can see, we're going to probably take Ronaldo here. Even though my rule is never take Ronaldo, I will take Ronaldo just for the sake of this one, because what I'll most likely do is just whack him onto the bench. Now, I'll take Son as my other player because most likely I want to go La Liga or Premier League. That's what I'm aiming to do pretty much every draft. So it doesn't really matter which order I take it in, and it's only when I'm not getting a lot of those players, those La Liga players or the Prem players, that I then start trying to build something of a hybrid, because realistically I want one of those 2 teams. So in this case, I've already got Heung-min Son and I've got Lloris, so now I know that I'm going to be trying to build basically a full Premier League team between the 2. What I will do though is I usually go like this. I usually start taking the attackers next, because I just want to work out like what I'm going to potentially be bringing on. Now, here's a card I don't see very often, Ibrahimovic, and I do really rate Ibrahimovic, so I will take him. Don't really like Griezmann or Cavani, so yeah, we'll work with Ibrahimovic, and hopefully we can find someone to patch into our team along the line. This isn't great. I mean, I'm not really sure I'm supposed to do all this. We'll take him because why not? Why not? Right, okay. Now, in my opinion, Kyle Walker is the first choice right back in this game. I think he's absolutely insane. So I will take him, and I don't really like Sané. People are just going to be in the comments like, what are you talking about? You don't like Sané, you don't like this, you don't like that. What do you like? Okay, so now we've got to make a choice for our other centre mid position. We'll be sorted for centre mids after this. Do we take KDB or do we take Kante? Now, because I've already got an attacking centre mid, I'm going to take the more defensive of the two, just because I don't want to overload my midfield with attackers. Now, I'll take Salah out for right wing or right mid spot because obviously you can't get him otherwise. And then I think from there I'll have to take Mbappe because he's just such a good player. Now, you're probably thinking, Tom, you haven't got a Premier League striker, and that does seem to be holding true right there. I don't manage to snag myself a Premier League striker. So what I'll most likely end up doing, I won't lie, is I'll probably just have like a rubbish like Premier League player just start at striker to get myself chem for everyone else and then just sub someone on immediately. I have absolutely no qualms with subbing people on as soon as the game starts. So yeah, let's see if we can make the rest of this team work out. Hopefully we will get some Premier... Oh, now we're talking, because I don't like Laporte. I like Varane though, and we do have a French goalkeeper, so maybe we could try and do something along those lines. Yeah, we'll risk it. We'll risk it for a biscuit today. Right, and then actually, this isn't great, is it? What are we going to do here? Could take Tompkins. That's a strong link to Kyle Walker when we bring him on. Right, we're going to have to hope that we get some good centre-backs, I think, on the reserves. We've already got, as you know, Jordi Alba, and we've also got Kante to go in front of Varane as well. And we've got Mbappe. So if we get a left-back that's French, that could actually really work for us. Classic. Classic one there. Always give me that. Right, okay. Where are we going to go from here? Realistically, I think this defence needs more sorting out than anything else. We do get ourselves... I think I'm going to have to take Alderweireld. That is a strong link, after all. Yeah, it's going to have to be Alderweireld. Right, okay, so Alderweireld goes in, Kyle Walker goes here, and then we have Salah playing the right mid spot. Not too bad. Obviously, Kante will go in here, and then we're really just looking for something that's going to go at left mid. Now, I'm going to take a left mid now because I don't have any other opportunities really to get a left mid. Again, we don't get the best of players, I won't lie. I guess I'll take Campos now, just for the time being. Right, where do we move to next? I think we're going to have to take another defender. Right, we do have Lenglet here. Ooh, is that possible? I think that's possible, you know. Because if we get Carvajal at the other position, then we're going to be laughing. I mean, Carvajal's right there, but we're not going to... We could get Carvajal again. Right, I'm going to take Lenglet because I'd much rather play him over Alderweireld, and we've got two French centre mids in front of these players, so it really just depends on what we get for right back now. Well, Spanish isn't really what I'm after. Really, I was looking for a strong link there. What I can do is I can take Trent. They are actually sorted for chem though. So if I take Trent and then we have Salah in front of him, that'll be strong link to him, and then yeah, sorted. Okay, so hopefully now I'm sort of explaining how I do this draft. You guys are getting it a little bit more and aren't hating me too much. Fingers crossed we can sort out our remaining chemistry problems with the remaining players that we've got. Now we've got David Silva, which ain't too bad. I will take him, his Team of the Year nominee card. And that is the first nominee we actually managed to get. I forgot to mention that this is actually a nominee based on episodes. So if you're watching this in the future, this is a nominee time of year. So Team of the Year nominees are in packs right now. The last pick is going to be dead for us, unfortunately. So, we do get... Oh, hello. Van der Sar or Schmeichel. You know what? I'm going to take Schmeichel. I don't use him very often. We don't need a strong link to, like, Van Dijk or something, so we'll take him. And this is how we're going to end up running the team. As you can see, like, all I'm doing is just putting the Premier League players in. We actually found ourselves a decent link there as well. Do I want to take Modric? Not really. Do I want to take Wijnaldum? Not really. I could take Wijnaldum. He works better than all the others, so we'll take him. I am actually planning to start Kante. So you can see what I've done here. I've managed to get everyone that I'm actually going to play on full chem, and then I'm going to immediately sub these players off. So let me just get the last position so I can show you exactly what's going to happen with the team. There we go. We'll take Politano for the memes. Right, okay. Salah goes in. Right, okay. So here's what happens with this team. Right, what I'm going to do is as soon as the game starts, I'm going to be bringing Son to... No, actually, I'm going to keep Son up top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Ibrahimovic on for Tompkins, obviously. And then I'm going to bring Mbappe on at left mid. And that's my plan. That is literally all I'm going to do with the team. And then everyone else that actually starts and will actually be playing is on full chem. There isn't many positions in this team that I'm actually like, you know what, I wish I had someone slightly better there. Obviously at left mid and at striker, I wish I had someone who was better there. But at the same time, I'm going to be bringing on better players for them. The only one I'm really missing is Kyle Walker at right back. I rate him much higher than Trent, but that's okay. Oh, we've also got Ronaldo as well. I forgot about him. Okay, scrap Ibra. Do I want to scrap Ibra? I don't really want to scrap Ibra. We might switch this around. So first game, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Son at left mid. I'm going to put Ibrahimovic up front. And I'm going to put Ronaldo up front. And we're going to try that out. Next game, I might try Ibra and Mbappe. The game after that, I might try Ronaldo and Mbappe or, you know, whatever. That's kind of how I'm going. And you know what? I'll even put Kyle Walker on the bench just in case. And we end up, I know people be like, no, Tom, no, you've done it again. You've built a rubbish draft. But realistically, this draft plays for about 3 to 4 seconds of the first game. I sub them instantly and kick the ball off the pitch if I start with it. So it's not too deep, guys. It's not too deep. So I hope that sort of puts a better perspective on how I draft with you guys. I still feel like I'm probably going to get a lot of people who are like, what on earth are you doing? But at the same time, I feel like I've maybe done slightly better. I don't know. Let's take, we'll take Lipe, and that'll put us on like a 193. If I was trying to draft to get a high draft score, obviously I wouldn't be taking players like this, but my primarily, my primary goal is to get players on the pitch that are good to play with. That is what I'm aiming to do. I don't care what the draft looks like in this screen, because this screen effectively means nothing in the long term of the series. The long term of the series is to try and win draft and make profit from this. And I think this is the best way to go about and do that. But whether you guys agree with me or not, a different way of drafting, maybe just a way to open up your mind if you don't draft this way, or maybe you already do draft this way. I'm sure there are people out there that draft this way. So yeah, just to maybe open up your mind just a little bit to potentially doing draft in a different way and maybe getting better results from it. What's going to be super awkward now is when I get knocked out first round of the draft. That's not going to be a good look, is it? So here we go into the first round of the draft. Our opponent is using a 4-4-2, and you can see here he slides a through ball through. I thought I had it with Varane. I don't understand how I didn't have it with Varane there. Usually Varane just pushes that guy away, and then Son is there to tap that one in near post. Unfortunate little bit of a start there. Now, I felt like I was much better than this guy. I was like really putting the screws down, but you know when you put the screw down, it does leave you a little bit exposed to the back. And unfortunately, we get absolutely cheesed here. As you can see, my player actually heads it to my opponent for a goal in the 72nd. Now, we've got the work cut out. Obviously, trying to get back into this game. I still felt like I could do something as long as I got back into it quickly. As you can see, we do a little bit of good work with Son out on the wing here. We put it back into Socrates, who finally gets it into Ronaldo. Nice chop, and he puts that one away. But unfortunately, it was too little too late, and we do go out in the first round. What did I say? What did I say? This would be the one where we went up first. Tries to justify all the things that he does and then literally goes and loses the very first round for the first time in the series. I'll tell you what, I'm a little bit frustrated because I clearly had the better of this game. I had the possession, I had slightly more chances, and I think the thing that really sunk me was that second goal. I feel like I was on to pretty much come back and probably win this game. But if we have a look at this Messi goal, if we can get the thing on the floor to come up. Yeah, okay, so here we go. Like, the ball comes back out. Hide this one. And look, where does he head that? Look where I'm aiming. Straight out. But last second, the game decides that it wants to lock. In fact, look how far I've actually managed to extend this. I've asked this to head out. Absolutely miles. Absolutely miles. And then, yeah. You think I did that movement that quickly, EA? You think I did this movement this quick? I mean, this game is full of bugs. I think we all know that. I mean, I can't really complain. I should have just dominated him, just beaten him into the ground. And yeah, unfortunately, you can see that I've also tried to head it away with Socrates as well. Just sometimes you're just never going to be able to win these games. I mean, I'm not a pro player. I would never even begin to say that I'm a pro player. So yeah, that's really, really frustrating and not good. At least we get the silver players pack. So if we can manage to recoup some of our losses from the silver players pack, that would be good. And I will dive straight into another draft. Fingers crossed we can do slightly better in the next one, because that was an absolute travesty. Right, have we got anything? Right, we've got an MLS player here. Another MLS. We've got any big league? Oh, we've got a couple of French leagues. I'm not sure this guy's going to sell for very much. Okay, we might be able to get 1,000 for him. This guy might sell. Yeah, okay, he's probably got about the legs to go about 1,000 as well. So we're trying to really work our way back up from a deficit of about. This guy's going for over 1,000 as well. Okay, so we're trying to get back from 15k. This is the thing with draft. You will probably end up coming almost break even if you have one of these silver packs that has a couple of decent things in. And that's not to say that the gold packs won't have anything in either. I'm just so severely tilted by the fact that I didn't do better in that game. I just haven't played very well all day. Played a couple earlier and won both rounds of the draft on my main account, and thought I was well and truly warm to be able to play a draft there, but apparently that was not the way to go. Anyway, we can get rid of these. I'm not going to sell them. And fingers crossed, anything that goes for anything in the other gold pack. If we got like a hunter card or anything like that, that would be absolutely blessed. Doesn't look like we'll get any good players. Okay, we got a squad fitness. I mean, that's 1,000 around about. So we might make about, after we sell everything, we might just about make about 10k. I'd say that's a reserved amount. I don't think that we'd be much further off that, to be honest. Anyway, let's dive straight into another draft as we have got multiple entries. I won't take too long over this draft because realistically, you guys have already seen me do a draft today, and I don't think you're going to want to sit around and watch me do one really slowly. I will unfortunately have to take the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow this time, just purely because there's no other formations that I'd like to use. So let's just quickly go through and try and build the best team we can. I will take Aspas, I think. He's not too bad. And Griezmann. Now, I don't like either of the players, but realistically, I'm going to be looking on the bench for something to make this slightly better. I will take Gattuso, even though I think Fabinho is actually better. I'll take Gattuso purely because he links everything together a lot easier, and this is one of those formations that does require a lot of links to go into it. So, right, we've got Sergio Ramos, that's a decent pick, and also Varane. So we're looking like we've actually got a good structure to our team already. Now I've got Messi, I'll be bringing him on at striker for sure, and probably Ronaldo as well. So that'll be our two strikers. Now we're just looking to build out the rest of the team. I will take Muller for now, and I'll try and take the rest of the players actually to give us a better idea. It really does depend, how I build the draft really does depend on the sort of players I get, how early I get them in the team and stuff. We'll take Carvajal for that one. We're just going to build a solid La Liga team. I mean, I could take Tolisso. Do you think there's a way that I can make this? I mean, if I got a French left or right back, I don't really want to use Danny Garcia, so yeah, we'll take Modric. That's a top tier pick right there. Right, okay, let's have a look at what we get for left and right backs. Because if we got like a French left back or right back, that'd be great, EA. We've actually, maybe we can take him. I don't know. Let's have a look at the other one. No French left or right backs. It kind of sinks. Right, okay, fair enough. It's not too bad. Our team's already solid enough to actually put in a challenge to win, he says, after coming off the back of a loss. But you've got to stay positive, don't you? You've got to stay positive in these situations. I'm going to take Havertz for old time's sake. He helped us win our first ever draft. We'll take, I guess we can take David Silva. Yeah, let's take David Silva. We need some team of the nominees in this team. Go on up. Get him in there. No. Right, okay, there we go. Switch them round. Now we got full chem on that. Let's have a look for the rest of the team. Who do I want to take as a potential player? Sterling, I actually really rate. Might even bring him on as a cam. Take you. Maybe I should have taken the team of the year nominee. Oh, well, I think that's going to be it for this draft. So that's how the new draft's going to look, guys. And we will dive straight into another one to see if we can do a little bit better than the last time round. And apologies that there was game sound during that. I've just realised that I left it on. Hopefully it wasn't too loud though. So once again, apologies for that game sound in that section, guys. I've just watched it back and it was quite loud. Apologies. There's not much I can do. Once it's on there, I can't take it off. It's just sort of like combined with all the audio, so it would have just meant chopping the whole segment out. So apologies for that. I hope it didn't bother you too much. Anyway, we're in our next game. We've got some making up to do, and you can see that we are 1-0 down. Again, you know, when you're just not connecting with the game, that's how I was feeling. I just wasn't getting in amongst it. I just wasn't playing well. Maybe I wasn't warm. Maybe I should have had a warm-up game. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to try and make amends to this. You can see here, Messi doing the turns and the finesse from Messi to get us back into the game and make it 1-1. Good stuff from that man right there. Now we pop it in to Hadji and then across to Ronaldo and then across to Messi, who is once again there to put that one away, which makes it 2-1, and that is on his right foot. You do see him actually sink quite a lot of shots with his right foot, which is really nice to see, because I think in previous years he hasn't been ambidextrous enough, in my opinion, and just being a little bit too one-footed with that left. But this year he seems to be able to put them away quite nicely with his right as well. Ronaldo getting in on the action, and this one looks like it's already wrapped up as we're about to go into half-time. You can see that we're doing some nice little 1-2s. We eventually pop it through to Hadji, and he puts that one away to make it 4-1. Our opponent promptly pauses it. Spuzzy's Angels has had enough, and he will be exiting. Now, I don't really enjoy the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow that much. It is for me, it's a formation that you have to concentrate like mad with, because you've literally got no space. You've got no outs. You can't get away from everyone because all of your players are through the middle of the pitch. There's no wingers to go and put the ball out to. I don't like my wing backs getting forward, so that means that you're just constantly trying to make sure you play little 1-2s to make sure that you don't end up losing the ball. And it's just a very, very high intensity, high concentration formation, in my opinion, and not how I like to play. I like to sometimes be able to slow the pace down a little bit, but with this formation it just doesn't feel like you can. Anyway, back to the gameplay. You can see it's 1-1. We're just about to go into the half time. We've got loads and loads of time on the clock. How is it 45 minutes and 3 when it should be +2? I don't know. Griezmann's there to slot that home, who I decided to leave on, moving Hadji back, taking David Silva off, and putting Griezmann at cam. We managed to pop the ball through to Messi, who puts that one away in the 72nd to make it 3-1 and pretty much guarantee the win in the second round of the draft. Good to see. And there you can see we take it down against Moy Ross, who didn't really have that many chances. It's just he made his one chance count, which is really frustrating, because that seems to happen all the time when your opponent just seems to make their one chance count when you just bombard them. Anyway, we're into the semi-finals. We want to get a win here, and before our players even manage to get subbed off, we managed to cut it back across to Griezmann from Aspas, and he slides it into the back of the net to make it 1-0. Our opponent makes a mistake. We managed to collect the ball with Gattuso. You can see here Griezmann pulls back, he puts it into Messi, and Messi is there to make it 2-0. That's very nice from him. All the space for our man right there. It looks like he's pausing. Will he be rage quitting? Nah, he's going to stick about. You don't usually see rage quits in the semis and the final unless it's an absolute walloping. You don't see. Anyway, lovely dribbling from Messi there, and slides it through to Hadji, who just side foots that in to make it 3-0 in the 60th, and that is pretty much going to be game at this point. You can't see my opponent get back into it, and you can see there another beautiful little pop pass. The pop pass, man, I'm all about it. It just seems to be my way of playing at the moment. They're just so OP, just going past defenders. They just don't seem to be able to lock onto the ball. Anyway, you can see here that we get kick-off. We managed to take the ball off him. It's pretty much like a free-for-all at this point, as our opponent has just lost all semblance of concentration. And you can see there another goal, 5-0, and that is going to inspire the rage quit this time by Attila as we do the little old man celebration. And there you go. So he's going to disappear off, and that does mean that we are going to make the finals. So although we lost our first round of our first draft today, we have managed to get all the way to the final. So fingers crossed we can make up for that early loss and win this one. Great tackle from Varane. Look at that. Absolutely takes him down, but gets the ball so cleanly. Unfortunately, Son is here, and there's just this animation that I seem to be seeing all the time at the moment, where when people pull back or they sort of like shuffle to the right or the left, your defender tries to like dive in, and he just gets left miles behind her. Even though I'm just trying to track the run, I'm not really actually trying to put challenge in at all. It just seems to be something that you get sucked into, and it's really frustrating. But anyway, we're looking in a really bad spot here, because we are 2-0 in, 2-0 down, as Mbappe manages to score a second goal. And we had to go ultra attacking. I was ultra attacking at this point. We're doing everything I possibly can. Get very fortunate, very, very fortunate there to score the second or the first goal to get back into it just slightly. We've got this full second half to try and get back into this. You can see here Ronaldo doing his best to literally destroy everyone he comes across, and he absolutely batters that one in. I don't know how we managed to do that. I really don't. But I'm very happy to see us going 2-2. Now, it does go all the way to penalties, as our opponent pretty much shut up shot. He didn't want to. It felt like he didn't want to play. I don't know why, but it felt like he wanted to go to penalties. And as you'll see, I don't really understand why he wanted to go to penalties, because without ruining the result, he was trash at them. Like, he just went down the middle every time. Like, it genuinely felt like he went ultra defensive just to try and get to penalties, passed it around the back a lot. And why would you do that when you just can't take them? Why would you do that? Anyway, put this away with Messi to win the final, and thankfully we do sink that one. So very, very happy. We get ourselves a really nice result in the final of the draft, which means that we are now, out of our 4 entries, we have managed to win 3 of them, which is really, really good going. Hey, let's go, lads! Go on! Penalty shootout. Started off the episode the worst way possible, ended the best way possible with another full draft win, taking that down in penalties. Very, very odd game. The guy just seemed like he wanted to play for penalties. He took that 2-0 lead. I fought back. I got back into it. He just didn't push forward. He was literally just wasting time the entire game. It felt like he wanted to go to penalties, which is strange because he literally could not take them to save his life. All down the middle or wide. Interesting. So before we take our reward, let's have a look at our FUT draft history. That does take us to 12-1 overall, which is a record I'm very happy with. I mean, I could have done so much better in that last draft where I went out early, but there's no point thinking about it. 3 wins out of 4 entries, a 75% win record, which is pretty good. We're scoring loads of goals, 3.5 per game, we roughly, for 1.4 conceded. We've got all the possession, great pass accuracy, about 88%. Need to stop 2 mine. Hold on, let's go and open these packs. I'm sure they're going to put me in my place and give me absolutely nothing. Let's see what we get. We get the 2 bad rewards, or the bad packs, I guess. The 2 gold packs and the 2 premium gold players pack, which does kind of stink. It does sort of hurt a little bit. I would have loved to have got like a coin bonus or something just to put us really far ahead. We're now kind of relying on hoping that the packs will actually give us something. So fingers crossed. The first one does give us Herbadez, which isn't actually too bad. Herbadez is actually something that we could potentially go and sell for like 1,500 coins, depending on if the market's up or not. Okay, into our next one, which again is non-board. So we'll just give it a little skip. Fingers crossed we will finish off this today's episode. If we've got any sort of special card, I'd be very happy. I think we may not be. Actually, we should be able to fit everything in the trade pile just about. Yeah, we should just about. Right, okay, so premium gold players pack. Let's have a look and see if we can get some players. We really need players, or otherwise we are far behind. We've got boards. Give us a blue or something. Just boards, okay. English, go Cam or something. Centre back, John Stones, no. Carl Walker been great. Would have taken a Sancho, Dele Alli. I would have been happy with any of them, but John Stones and Pickford, just not what you're looking to get out of these packs. I won't lie. You're just not looking for that sort of level of player. I've not got much hope for the other pack. I don't know why. I just feel like we're not going to get anything at all. Again, two episodes in a row, 2 sets of wins and 2 sets of nothing is what I'm predicting here. We have got boards. There's an outside chance. It's just boards again. Portugal, right back, centre back Pepe. Okay, it's an 84. I mean, we have made profit, but not very much. Maybe just enough to break even for the day. In the sort of like the loss we had from the first draft and the win we've had from this one. We do get Morata as well, is a blue card, although blue really doesn't mean anything at this stage of the game. They're going for about 1.5k, I think, at the moment. Brozovic might sell. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to put it all on the trade pile and see what we've managed to done with it all before the start of the next episode. So guys, if you are enjoying the series, please do smash a big thumbs up on it. It really does help out. I'm uploading these, I think, in the morning, and then a main channel video in the evening. So do be aware that that's when the videos will go live. Like, if you didn't see it, it is probably there, and you just need to go back and find it. I'm going to be trying to upload maybe once a day to once every 2 days, depending on how we're doing with the whole series. Like, at the moment, I'm very motivated to keep it going. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed. Smash a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you next time.